Checklists provide you with a digital tool to evaluate skill performance. When you first open a checklist, by default you will see a blank version of the checklist. This is what your students will see when they view this page, so that they can study the steps of a skill. The steps shown here will match up with the implementation steps given under the skill overview, but in a checklist format. In order to fill out a checklist for a student, that student must be enrolled in your course. If you are teaching more than one section, then use the drop-down to select the section you would like to view. Then select the name of the student from the drop-down. In the Attempt drop-down, select Create New Record. You can also select the evaluation setting if desired. Then as your student performs the skill, complete the checklist as you assess their performance. For each step in a skill, you can select Satisfactory, Unsatisfactory, or Not Performed, which indicates that that step does not apply. You have the option to select All, which will select the assessment for all steps in the checklist. You can then edit the individual selections manually, which may be useful when assessing a skill with many steps. You can enter comments for each step as desired, and at the bottom you can provide an overall comment as well. The checklist will calculate the total number of satisfactory and total number of unsatisfactory steps, but only you can determine whether the student has passed or failed. In the drop-down, select Pass or Fail based on your assessment of the student's performance. You can save the checklist record if you want to make further edits later, which might be useful if you are assessing several students in a row. When you are finished assessing the student and writing comments, you can select Save and Send to Student. The score and grade of a checklist record cannot be edited once it has been sent to the student, though you may complete multiple attempt records for a single student, for example, if a student fails on the first attempt and needs to perform the skill again. Sending the checklist record to the student will make the graded checklist record available to the student in their results, and will also post the checklist to your gradebook. You can view graded checklists from your gradebook at any time, by clicking on the Pass/Fail for the selected student. Please note, all co-instructors for a course section can view a student's completed checklists in the gradebook, regardless of which instructor assessed that student.